Halo Infinite got some campaign first hands-on video preview, whatever you want to call it, but basically it's their first impressions of Halo Infinite's campaign after 4 hours of gameplay. I wanted to, look at it. I wanted to kind of like see what all is being talked about, because we've seen what IGN's put out in the past. We've seen what they put out with their Streets multiplayer gameplay, and I don't think anyone wants to talk about that. What we're gonna do is we're gonna take a look at this, and then we're also going to basically see if it looks as good as we hope it does.
The biggest surprise I had coming out of my few hours of playing Halo Infinite's campaign wasn't the delightful exploration nor the incredibly fun gunplay. Instead, it came down to the characters. That's
kind of a good thing. That's a good thing, hopefully. I mean, characters, if they're done right, are good. I mean, we've seen good characters. Miranda Keyes, Johnson, many others of the past have been done very well. That's a good thing, but I also think the environment and gameplay are very important as well. But let's just see what she has to say.
Chief's stern determination is also wonderfully contrasted to his new AI companion's bubbly enthusiasm and his pilot rescuer's anxiety and weariness. Given developer 343 Industries' failure to give Locke the faintest hint of a personality or motive in Halo 5, and the
oh, this girl's good. Miranda, I like you. Fucking speak the truth.
The game's generally lackluster story, this was a relief.
I'm sorry. Chef's kiss to Miranda. Chef's kiss. The lackluster story. Thank you. Thank you. I know that IGN is getting like the big exclusive scoop and they're getting all the major coverage this month. But thank you for being honest. Thank you for not sucking the dick of 343 and covering up the fact that Halo 5 Guardian story was shit. All right, let's see what this is.
This is you in this.
I'm not gonna lie. Every time I see that scene and you hear that chime, it's just goosebumps. It's just absolute goosebumps. It's nostalgia, it's excitement, and it's like, I don't even know if it's dopamine, but it's really exciting when you see that reveal and you just hear the actual, what feels like Halo music, Halo feel to a Halo game. It feels good.
After the UNSC's loss, Master Chief's main objective becomes
okay. I like that. Hold up. Backing up. Hold on. Backing up. Or not. I'm gonna go fuck myself. Watch what this jackal does. You come up, you shoot, he turns the shield, meaning you have to change your orientation of fire to break that. That is interesting. That is changing how the gameplay works. Because instead of just shoot him in the arm and he flails out, they can switch it up on you. I like that. I like how he kind of changes orientation to protect his width instead of, horizontally instead of vertically.
Cortana was presented as a mystery rather than as a primary antagonist in what I played. What happened to her after Halo 5 and whether or not she's been truly destroyed is unknown. This crucial conflict seemingly takes a backseat to the larger fight with the Banished.
This person, Miranda, this IGN journalist, is 4 hours in and knows nothing about what's going on with Cortana. Concerning yet interesting. The reason why I say concerning is because I really hope we get a clear idea, because the whole idea is this AI here is supposed to help shut down and capture Cortana. I really hope that is shown in some way or explained instead of just left off into we forgot about it or it's not important land.
I'm not optimistic that Halo Infinite is going to be a great starting point for new people to the franchise, as the best moments I saw in the first few hours rely on prior knowledge of the series. I don't like the idea of people being left behind, but I selfishly prefer that this game is made for returning Halo fans rather than tuning the story to accommodate new players.
Ooh, that is a tough one right there. That is that's actually a very interesting take, and I respect her take on this, because yeah, I kind of feel the same way. We've had so many games, right? We've had so many players, so many Halo 4, Halo 5 that were designed for returning for new players? What did doing that and focusing that do? We lost focus of what was important, and we lost the identity of Halo with that. I agree with her, driving it towards returning players, the community that's been there, and establishing that and saying, hey, if you liked Halo Infinite, try the Master Chief Collection. It's on Steam for like $40, and it'll probably go on sale now that they're gonna stop pushing out updates on a constant basis. If this is a way to, one, get people in, and then say, well, I want more, I want to know about the other games, because not every video game in the world explains every little detail and every little backstory for people that just jump in. If I play Portal 2 and then play Portal 1, I be confused as fuck. That's just how it goes when you've had a series that's been going on for 20 years, and in about 4 days is about to turn 20 years old. So honestly, I'm not against this. And if we bring in new players through the multiplayer or the campaign, and they want to play a good Halo experience, if it is good, and then they say, huh, you know, that was pretty fun, let me go play the other Halo games, and let me go play Halos 1, 2, 3, ODST, Reach, 4, and then maybe 5. I think you can skip it unless you want to be depressed. You can go back and play these games and really get a vibe of what Halo's about and what led up to this point. Personally, I think that fans right now want consistent storytelling across the board, and they want a game that isn't just focused on bringing new players in. What they really want is a good, consistent story, because we haven't had that since fucking Halo Reach. How Halo Infinite's open world works. This section is going to be important.
Zeta Halo is broken up into island chunks. Land masses can be connected by bridges, and Chief can eventually call in things like a wasp to fly around anywhere after they're unlocked. So eventually we may get to freely explore unlocked areas.
Wait a minute. I don't mind that. I don't mind this being somewhat linear, because it can be open, but having a little bit of linearness works with Halo. I don't think the completely open world, you know, insane thing where you can just go to the ending works for Halo, because there's a lot there. There's a lot of story there. There's a lot of details to really build up to. And I think that for me, that is kind of the more important thing, is that we have a good beginning, middle, and end to this game, and not just be trying to get to the end as fast as possible.
Even better, cleared bases convert to instant fast travel points and earn you Valor. Worry not. Valor isn't some sort of spendable currency. It's instead a point-based tracker of how much ground the UNSC has on Zeta Halo.
Okay, so basically Valor is basically your progression of control over Zeta Halo and retaking, just like any good open world game, like whether that was like, for example, Crackdown. Think of Crackdown, the original Crackdown game, right? Basically, with Crackdown, you had to establish bases across the different islands. That works. That ain't bad. It's just basically a different type of progression.
Much like Cortana, the weapon will call out enemy attacks, notable objectives, banish facilities that need destroying, and Marines in need of rescuing.
So you can see the bridge right up here for this island, and then this is all, I'm guessing, the same island right here, like this whole thing, and then you see another bridge connecting from this island to that island. So I think that there's gonna be a lot of places to explore. I'm hoping. We're just gonna have to wait and see, but I don't want it to be minimal. I want like quests, I want options, I want replayability. And if you look right here, area collectibles. So I'm guessing either it's for the general area or it's for the entire island. You've got all these collectibles to go with. So I don't know what this is. Skulls. So there's 2 skulls in this area. Audio logs. That looks like one of those audio logs that we saw earlier. And no clue what the fuck these are. I'm guessing, okay, if I had to make a guess, this is Marines you can save. That's my guess on that last one, because that looks like the object that you shoot to free the Marines. So let's keep going. Back to fuck up. Okay, that kind of looks like that thing you have to shoot to free the Marines. So I could be correct. Again, this is speculation.
But it didn't feel like I had to go too far to find something fun to do.
Okay,
I enjoyed
good,
the quiet moments
good.
though. Following Zeta Halo's native space groundhogs or just enjoying the view was a pleasant reprieve from the action. When I was ready to get back to it though, I could also hunt down and eliminate special targets to collect a unique version of their signature weapon that's equipable at FOBs. And of
Unique special weapons. That brute we saw, that the Spanker rocket launcher that she fought in the last campaign overview, maybe that's a special version of it? Kind of like the Warzone variants. I wouldn't be against it. Upgrading your arsenal, making, I think that would be fun. Having different like variants that you could just go and cause havoc across Zeta Halo. That sounds fun to me.
course, there are plenty of collectibles. A new scanner tool does make them a bit easier to find, if you have an idea of where to look.
Not a big fan of that. Not a big fan. I prefer the hard search. It was so much fun back in the old days when you would go around Halo 3 or Halo 2 or whatever you're playing, trying to find the terminals or trying to find, you know, skulls or whatnot, and you always would try and explore and do weird wacky shit. I just really feel like maybe the scanner might be a little too easy. I mean, the terminals in Halo 3 ODST were not that hard to find. Some of them were a bit challenging, but I really hope it's not nearly as bad. But I know she's about to say something. I'm gonna back it up just a few seconds.
If you have an idea of where to look. The scanner's range is rather limited though, so it's not a free pass to finding secrets.
I mean, that seems like a pretty high range. Is that ping a secret? Is that ping that we just saw, those two notifications right there, like those yellow pings, is that a secret?
The scanner tool does make them a bit easier to find.
That might just be a waypoint,
if you have an
though.
idea of where to look. The scanner's range is rather limited though, so it's not a
See, that's 47 meters away. Either that's just showing the next objective of where they need to go, or that's a secret. If that's a secret, don't know. Jesus Christ,
If you've
put him
had a
down.
chance to check out either of the multiplayer test flights, Halo Infinite's
Please, Miranda, please, hold on. Please, tell me you weren't the one that recorded. Please tell me you were not the one that recorded the Streets gameplay. Please. I really like your coverage so far. Please do not tell me you're the one that recorded that Streets gameplay. I mean, I like the map. It's cool, but girl.
The equipment we've seen in multiplayer unsurprisingly takes on a more powerful form in the campaign. Each of the 5 equipment options, grapple shot,
Okay, so there's 5.
shield core, threat sensor, drop wall, and thruster, can be upgraded with
Okay, so shield core, I'm guessing, is your shield system. Grapple shot, we know what that is. She said threat sensor, drop wall, and thrusters. So that just gives you a core idea of what Chief's gonna get to play with. And yeah, it looks like there are different tiers of upgrades. So like, it looks like there's 5 tiers per, and maybe expands. I don't mind that, especially in campaign, especially when we're going to be taking on different challenging stuff. I don't mind having a little bit of an upgrade system, especially when this is supposed to be an open world-ish like game.
grunts, jackals, brutes, and elites made up the bulk of the opponents I faced. Their role, weapon, and armor variety didn't feel lacking in combat. I came across one set of brutes that were so geared up they nearly qualified as a mini boss fight. The hunters make a return too, and are fun to fight as always.
Okay, so I'm guessing those established brute and forerunner bases that have been taken over by the banished, I'm guessing that's their equivalent of a dungeon, like she's talking about. And you can kind of see the banished interior, and it looks like they've salvaged a bunch of Unity weapons, which this is the funny thing, right? The banished do not give a shit what weapons they use. They'll use whatever the fuck. The old covenant, you had them, they saw an assault rifle, they would rather fucking die than touch that thing. They would rather die than use a human weapon.
In another ring, the Flood was alluded to, though I never saw them. The Prometheans weren't present either. 343's vision of recapturing
Wait, back that shit up, lady. Hold on.
this being another ring, the Flood was alluded to, though I never saw them. The Prometheans weren't present either. 343's vision of recapturing the essence of combat evolved in Halo Infinite means there's not really room for them, and honestly, I had plenty of fun without them.
Okay, hold up. Okay. Flood was alluded to. The Palace of Pain is literally on this map and alluded to. Fingers crossed, late game, maybe, just like every Halo game. And then no Prometheans. I'm happy because they just weren't fun. They kind of took you out of the enjoyment of that 30 seconds of fun. But from a storytelling explanation standpoint, that's gonna be rough if we're just gonna wipe out an entire faction that was there and was established in the past 2 games. And you played 4 hours in and you have not seen a single Promethean Knight, soldier, watcher, crawler, whatever the fuck. I'm not gonna lie, I'm happy they're gone, if so. But at the same time, it's that clear storytelling across games that has been an issue for a while now.
343 needs to stick the landing in the plot department, especially with regard to giving us a satisfying resolution to the Chief and Cortana's relationship.
Yes, tying away loose ends. That's what we need right now. We need tying away the loose ends and being done. I feel like this should be the end. I know they won't be because it's Microsoft. They see Halo as their cash cow, what they have left as a major game, because a lot of their games flop. This is the story that needs to wrap up. Chief's story, Cortana's story needs to end.
For more on Halo Infinite, check out our exclusive reveal of the new Streets multiplayer map.
Don't check out that. Don't check that out. Just don't. If what she's saying is true, I've got to say I'm excited. I'm excited. I can't take her word for it 100%. You can't take any of this 100%. It's game journalism. It did seem like she was being honest with her critiques, but at the same time, you can't take someone else's opinion off of it when the game isn't even out yet. But it does show glimpses of potential, and hopefully when we get our hands on it, it will be that game that we want it to be. But until then, I'm gonna stay again very conservatively cautious with Infinite until I have the game in my hands and I'm playing through the campaign and I can see it for myself. Was there some good things shown in here that has me feeling a little more excited? Does it look improved upon since 2020? Yes. But am I gonna still kind of wait and feel it out as we get towards December 8th? Yeah. Overall, I think it was a very fair and balanced criticism of the Halo franchise. I think it was a very valid and clear explanation of what our expectations should be for Infinite. That's gonna do it for this video, everyone. If you guys enjoyed this video, go ahead and leave a like on it. If you dislike it, go ahead and leave a dislike. If you guys have your own takes, have you watched this campaign video? Have you watched this hands-on gameplay? Then let me know down in the comment section down below. Is there something she said in the video that I missed, or something that she said that actually caught your eye? Let me know down in the comment section. And as always, GamerJlee signing out.
Frag out!